Quitting porn has never been about discipline. Quitting video games, never been about discipline. Quitting eating junk food, it's never been about discipline. Okay? I was addicted to porn for 6 years, but I was able to quit at 19 only once I realised it was never about discipline, willpower, David Goggins mindset. It was about these two things I'm going to teach you in this video. Number one, why do you actually watch porn? What's the deeper reason? When in those days where you watch it 3 times, why do you do it? Right? I'll tell you why. It's because you've got bad mental health, right? You've heard it before, but let me explain it. Who watches porn? Is it the sad, lonely, antisocial, depressed dude? Or is it the happy, social, charismatic, confident, purposeful guy? Obviously the first one, right? We watch porn, eat junk food, play video games because we're sad, or we're lonely, or we're bored, and we need to make ourselves feel the opposite of them emotions, right? So if we're sad, we turn to porn because it makes us feel good for 3 seconds, makes us feel shit afterwards, but in the moment, we don't give a shit. We just want some pleasure right now. So we turn to porn when we're sad. What about when we're just not sad, when we're happy? What do we do when we're happy? We talk to people, we read a book, we might meditate, we go to the gym, we do purposeful stuff when we're happy. The last thing in our mind when we're happy and social and in a good mood is to watch porn. If you're talking with a group of your friends in the gym, hyping each other up, getting excited, hitting PRs, you don't think, right, 2 seconds, guys, I'm going to go watch porn because I'm sad. No, you don't do that because you're not sad, right? Point is, the less sad you are, the less you watch porn. That's why you actually watch it. So how do we fix our mental health so that the need for porn isn't there because we're not sad, lonely or bored? Number one, meditate every single day. You can look up a guide online, breathe in, breathe out, and focus as hard as you can on the breath. During this, you're going to get a random thought about literally anything. And that does not mean you failed. That means it's working. Once you get a thought, bring your attention back to the breath. That's how you meditate. This helps you to not be anxious or depressed because it helps you be more present and more mindful. And obviously, less anxious and depressed you are, the less likely you are to watch porn. Because if we're anxious, we're sad, we're like, right, I need to turn to porn because it makes me feel good and comfortable. Let's get rid of the anxiety and depression and we get rid of porn, right? Second thing for your mental health is gratitude journaling. There's always something to be grateful for, so just write it down. No one's going to find it, don't worry. And don't say there's nothing to be grateful for because are you in a war country? Have you got parents, a house, fucking coffee? You've got stuff to be grateful for. So stop looking at Instagram and all these guys who've got the money, the girls, the cars, whatever. Look at what you have that other people don't. Write it down. Be more grateful, which will make you a happier person. And also, it's been proven that when you're grateful, it's impossible to be anxious. So just try it. Be grateful every single day. In the morning, it will take 5 minutes to do them, meditation and gratitude. And the final thing for mental health is to just exercise. We're human beings, right? I'd recommend weightlifting, but if you want to walk, skip, jump, whatever, it's better than nothing. Do that 7 days a week. Within 2 weeks, your mental health will double. And if you're used to watching porn, let's say 14 times in 2 weeks, it might just drop down to 10 or 7 without even trying. Now the addiction's not gone yet. After 2 weeks, it won't be. But it's gone down dramatically and you won't even have to even be thinking about it. You're just focusing on your mental health. Forgetting porn. If you watch it, you watch it. Who gives a shit? But you're focusing on making yourself happier so the need for porn is not there. Quickly, by the way, no pressure, but link below to my porn quitting course. Supports me, supports you to quit faster. Thank you. You can check it out if you want. Now, secondly, have a life, right? When I was watching porn the most, 3 times a day, my life was at its worst because, I was going to school I didn't like, I was studying something I didn't want to study, I didn't have many good friends, I had no purpose. And when a man is purposeless, he's lost, right? It said in the Bible, something like this, it said, idle hands are the devil's workshop. So when you're bored, you got nothing to do, you got no life, the devil's just going to do whatever, right? He's going to make you watch porn, eat the junk food and get fat and depressed. That's what happens when we don't have a mission. Men have always had a mission. Going to war, looking after their family when they're 20 or pillaging a village, right? Now these things aren't moral anymore, but we don't have it anymore in the West. So we've got no mission, purpose. People might think this is a good thing. Why do you think all men are depressed? 90% of men are depressed. No one gives a shit about that, but it's the truth, right? 90% of guys, even more, are addicted to porn. There's a correlation. So when your life is shit, when you've got no purpose, when your life is just boring, I don't blame you for watching porn. because not only are you bored, but you're sad because you think of your future. And what do you expect to happen? It's going to be like everyone else's. 9 to 5, shit job, shit wife, shit kids, shit house. Like, that's just the average existence for most people. Now, I'm not saying this to be doom and gloom because you can change it, but if you don't do anything about it, if you keep watching porn, sorry, that's your life. When I thought of that, because that was going to be my life, I got depressed, I got sad, I felt hopeless. So I watched porn to make myself feel better. So set goals is literally how you have a good life. Set goals so that when you wake up one day in the future and you've achieved all your goals, you're happy. And before you've even achieved them, before you've made any progress towards any goals, you're excited now because you've finally got some fucking purpose in your life. You've got something to wake up towards. Because before I had goals, I was like, why am I waking up? What's the point? To wake up, to eat some food, to watch porn, play video games? There ain't no point. We need a mission. So whether it's getting a great body so that girls look at you every day, making money so you can travel the world and retire your mum, improving your confidence so you can speak to anyone, whatever the goal is, set it, write it down. Watch your happiness double, by the way. That's literally a happiness hack. Write the goal down, 1 to 3 long-term goals, and just work towards it every day, right? Because you're just going to be a happier human being because you've got purpose in your life. And one day, you're going to achieve that goal. You'll wake up with the money, the wife, the kids, the car, the body. You'll wake up. And that's a great future compared to the first one I described. And just throughout the day, before you've even achieved the goal, you're just going to be a happier human being. And the need for watching porn is just not there. And let's say your goal is to get into the gym, get a great body. You go to the gym, you'll use the energy that you're used to using at porn into the gym for lifting weights. So by the time you come back home, you're too tired. Your brain's fatigued, your body's fatigued. You're like, I don't want to watch that shit. You also feel like productive, purposeful. When you feel like that, you don't want to ruin it with watching some porn. So naturally, you're having a better life, you're working towards your goals, you're happier, and you're just watching porn less. That is literally the reason you watch porn, because your life is shit and you've got bad mental health. So improve your mental health, like I just explained, and set goals. Just that alone will get rid of your porn addiction. But to make it even easier for you, my protocol, the first step of it, is called LessFap. So implement this and your porn addiction is gone. Simple as, faster than anyone. This is exactly what I did. After years of trying to figure out what worked, this worked. LessFap. It's not NoFap. LessFap is simply, this week, I want you to fap less than you did last week. While simultaneously working on your goals, improving your mental health, just fap less than you did last week. I don't care if you watched porn 40 times last week. The common advice would be, 40 times? What have you been doing? Go to 0 this week. Well, that's a bit retarded, isn't it? How can you go from 40 to 0? Where's the middle ground? But you'll be able to quit faster. You won't, because you'll give up, right? That's why people are trying to lose weight. They go on these crash diets, they last a day, and then they eat all the food back. Just do something sustainable so that within 3 months, you've lost the weight and you can live your life. With porn, stop getting onto NoFap, trying to quit in 2 weeks, because it doesn't work. You can't just quit an addiction just like that. So taper it down. So if you watch porn 40 times last week, guess how many times you should watch it this week? 37, 38, even 39, because all of them are less than 40. We're not being stupid and going to 5, but we're going to 37, 36, right, around there. Then the week after, go to 34. Keep doing that. Within a few months, right, depending on how bad your addiction is, it's gone. Combine it with improving your mental health and setting goals, your addiction could be gone in 2 months. As opposed to spending years on NoFap, years addicted to porn, it's gone in 2 months. And you're watching porn once a week. Who cares? You're doing it 3 times a day, every single day. To do that, to go to one time a week, that's fine. That's not an addiction. I'd rather you go to 0, but if you want to go to 1 time a week, that is a lot better than doing it every single day. So that's how you quit porn. Just taper it down each week. Just watch it less and less and less. That is how you quit. Improve your mental health, set goals, and your addiction's gone. I promise you, because it worked for me. If it worked for me, it's going to work for you, right? So thank you for watching. Please subscribe and please just implement what I tell you to do, and you'll quit. Goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.